In order to be able to start it, what we're going to do is we're going to press the brake, and the engine start stop button is right here, so we're just going to press that. And it's just going to take a second or so for the there we go, and the screen is now on. Maps and everything are going to load. So this is the screen that you're going to be met with when the vehicle is initially turned on. We've got our home button here, audio, phone, navigation, apps, and settings. So one of the nice things about the Titanium EcoSport, it is going to have the navigation built in automatically. It is available as an option on the lower trim levels. Looking here, let's start looking. Going through audio here. We've got different sources we can change to: AM, FM, Sirius, XM, etc. Now, if you've got a station that you like and you want to be able to put it into a preset, in order to do that, you're going to tune to the station that you want. You're just going to press and hold here. And as you can see, presets now saved, and you can do that across the board. There are 2 pages there. You can have AM, FM, etc. on here. Looking here, we've got a couple different ways in order to tune. We can do a direct tune here if we want to. We can tune using the knob here. There's also a voice-activated button that we can use on the steering wheel in order to tune that way. So I'll show you how that works here. So pressing the button.
Please say a command.
Tune to 94.9.
Tuning to FM 94.9.
There we go. We now have, oh, audio is down, but we've got another song up here. Another station, it should say. Good song. Good song. All right, adding a phone in, very straightforward. We're just going to go to the phone section here. You're going to press add phone, and you're going to follow the instructions. Make sure your Bluetooth is on. It's very, very straightforward to do that. Hopping into navigation here, we can search here. We can use that voice-activated button in order to find points of interest or to find an address as well, using the button on the steering wheel. You can type it in here. If you've got your home and work saved, you can change it from there as well. Jumping into menu, you can change the screen view, and then you can set your home and work addresses here. When it comes to apps, if your phone is hooked up to the vehicle, Sync 3 does have the ability to use either Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, so you'll be able to use some of the apps here. The big one you're going to end up using is probably going to end up being the Waze app, if you want to use that for navigation instead. When it comes to settings here, we've got a few options, so let's go through. We've got sound here, obviously going to look at treble, bass, mid-range, all that fun stuff. When it comes to clock, we're on 12-hour time right now. If you prefer military time or that 24-hour mode, you can do that. It's your personal preference there. Auto time zone update. If you're driving to the east or the west coast, we're obviously going to be in different time zones. By having this button selected here, it's automatically going to update whenever you're crossing into a different time zone. So I do recommend keeping that one on. Jumping back a page here, Bluetooth. That gives us the ability to tune Bluetooth off on the vehicle. Turn it off, I should say. We can add Bluetooth devices here. Phone settings,
Search
couple
for
options.
your vehicle on your device and select it once it's found.
We can add the phone in from that menu here. Jumping into radio, we can change it. We can get rid of the FM HD radio, the radio text, which is going to show up on the screen when we're on a station. Or if you want to, we can add some more preset pages here. So let's say if you have 50 different stations you love, you can add in the maximum 6 and then you're 5 there. So you're going to be 30 stations there technically. And here we've got 911 Assist. That's going to tie into your cell phone, so you do need to have your cell phone set up for 911 Assist to work. Navigation, there are some important ones in order to, kind of say here. We've got our map preferences here. So this one, not as important. The big one is going to be under our route preferences. So we can go fastest route, shortest, most fuel efficient route, but the big one to look at down here, we've got avoid freeways, toll roads, and tunnels. So if you don't like those things, make sure that you select them here, and the map will show you the best route to take while avoiding those obstacles there. Mobile apps, again, ties into having the phone connected. You can use the Waze app and other apps directly through the center console screen here. Scrolling over, we've got our general settings here. So language, we can select English, Spanish, French. Measurement units, Celsius, Fahrenheit, kilometers, or miles. The touchscreen beep is this here. So that little beep there, we can turn that on or off. Automatic system updates, I do recommend having that one on. That's going to automatically update the firmware and the software in the vehicle. The only one it's not going to update are going to be the maps. Maps have to either be done by the technician when you bring your vehicle in for service, or you can download and install the map yourself on Ford's website. When it comes to down here, Ford Pass Connect is going to be the app that's connected with your phone. You can do a few things with it. Vehicle here, we've got some vehicle options now. So camera settings, onboard serial number, nothing too important there. When it comes to the display, we can turn it off, we can have a calming screen, we can change the background, mode. We've got two different modes. We've got day and night, or you can have auto, which is automatically going to flip you into that nighttime mode. Nighttime mode actually looks kind of neat, so let's let that load up. It'll take a second here. There we go. So this is going to be our night mode. I kind of really like the look of this in comparison to the day mode, but again, it's personal preference there. You can have it on auto, so it'll automatically flip between the day and the nighttime mode as necessary. Takes a second there, and go. There we go. Perfect. All right, and jumping back here, we've now got voice control. We've got three options there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change radio stations. I'm going to let you listen to what happens there. So advanced mode is currently turned off.
Say a command.
Tune to 99.9.
Tuning to FM 99.9.
So we had a little message before and a message after. Now if we turn advanced mode on, tune to 97.7. So as you can see, we didn't get an initial message, we didn't get the confirmation message, so I do recommend keeping the advanced mode on. It works a little bit nicer, it's a little bit more fluid. Phone confirmation, if you're making a phone call, the vehicle will say, would you like to call such and such person? So I do recommend keeping that one on. And then the voice command list. So when I press the voice command button here, as you can see, we've got a list of different things here. So this is going to be our voice command list here. So we can get rid of that completely if you don't like that list showing up. Next up, we've got our valet mode. So it's a nice feature to have if you ever valet park your vehicle, or if you want to make sure that nobody can access your screen. What you're going to do is you're going to set up a very difficult pin, 0000, my grandmother's pin number, 0000, and done. And as you can see here, that's locked the screen out. So you can't do anything on the screen. You can't view text messages, you can't view maps or anything like that until you enter that 4-digit pin. Done, and the screen's now unlocked there. So it's a great feature to use. Next up is going to be ambient light. Unfortunately, we are in the daytime right now, so we won't be able to see the ambient light in the cup holders and in other areas, but you can select your favorite color there. And jumping back, that's going to be the basics of the screen here. Now moving down a little bit, as you can see here, we've got a volume rocker here. We can turn the volume on or off, or we can turn the audio, I should say, on or off here. Crank the audio if we need to. We can manually tune here, or we can tune using the voice command button on the steering wheel. Looking here, we've got this button here is going to press up our basic audio settings. So we can change those, get rid of the setting there, and then we can skip songs or change between. Right, let's go to audio for a second here. So looking here, we can switch between stations if we want to. So this is going to be a basic seek. If you're listening to your phone or an MP3 player, you can pause, stop, or switch between songs here. And then this button is going to make the screen essentially go away. So it's a nice calming screen instead.